As a media release, you guys already received this morning, the Casper Police Department did receive a threat towards a school here in Natrona County Schools. It was not a particular schools, it was towards schools. We immediately dealt with that situation, found out the participants that were involved with this threat. We now have several individuals that are in custody being questioned at this time by detectives here with the Casper Police Department. We worked with the Natrona County School District as we heard about these threats. That is the reason why a lockout was done so early this morning, was to protect all schools. Again, there was not one particular school, so we took precautions on locking out all schools until we could figure out what exactly was going on. Our officers actually apprehended these individuals very quickly, but we continued to leave the school on lockout to make sure that we had all individuals that we needed to speak to here at the Casper Police Department. So that is why the lockout has now been lifted. Today is National Lockout. We have worked with the Natrona County School District, and with them we've decided for the best interest of our students, to making them sure they stay safe, that any activities that was going to participate on outside is going to be canceled. If they want to have them inside, that'll be up to the school district and that school to have the kids do for the national lockout today. But for the safety, we're thinking of the safety of the kids, and with these threats that are happening this morning, all activities that were going to happen outside have been canceled.
Can you talk about the nature of the threat at all?
It was just a threat towards the schools to cause harm to students within the schools.
And how many individuals do you believe were?
There's a few right now that's being questioned.
Are these juvenile individuals? Are they?
Yes, they're juveniles. And with that, no names are going to be released at this time, being that they are juveniles.
Now, was it a phone call threat? Was it a text message? Was it Twitter, Facebook?
Right now, we're just saying as far as the threats that we got out, and we received these threats, and then we followed up on them. And it doesn't matter whether they come through social media, through text, through verbal. We take these threats seriously and make sure we follow them up on them.
At this point, how actionable was the threat?
As far as it was a actionable threat with it, and that's why we are involving outside agencies to come in and make sure that the threat has been diffused, and that everything that we're handling this for the safety of our kids and the faculty and anyone that comes to and from schools. A lot of times with these school shootings, it goes out about the students, and yes, there's unfortunately been students that have been killed in these school shootings, but there's also been teachers, and there's also could be parents that are coming and going. So when we do these lockouts, we're trying to keep the whole community in mind. Yes, we're protecting our students, but also the teachers there, or a parent that's just coming to pick up their kid or drop off a lunch. So with these, we take everyone in mind when we do have these situations. Please try to stay away from these schools. These lockouts, we know parents want to come and try to check on their kids and their safety, but please try to stay away from that area, because we are trying to make sure the whole area is safe.
Can you, I don't know if you can, but can you say the school where they were apprehended? Were they at a certain school?
No, we did not take them. They were not in a school.
Were any of them or all of them students?
They are students.
So they're currently students or former students?
I believe they are currently students.
Are they middle school age students?
They are currently students.
Okay. And which outside agencies do you have involved? State, federal?
Federal.
And can you specify the exact number of people in custody?
We have a few that's in right now. As far as we're not releasing out how many we have in custody right yet.
Do you believe you've contacted everyone involved?
Right now we believe we have, but as far as these interviews, we want to make sure that we have everyone. And that's the reason why we're not releasing how many we have, as far as just we want to make sure these interviews are thorough interviews, and we get any information from the individuals that we do have in custody right now.
There are some threats made to Teton County School District and some other school districts around the state. Do you see a relation?
I can't comment on those. None of these were having to deal with that we know of dealing with those other school districts. These ones are strictly just dealt with Natrona County School District.
With the local potential threat here, was that related to the national school walkout?
We have not determined that, and we might be able to a little more during the interviews, but right now we don't have whether it has anything to do with this on the national lockout day or not.
So at this point, do you believe that it was a potential actionable school shooting that was averted today, or something less serious?
No, as far as it could have something about, it could have been a very serious situation today, and that's why we react to all threats. But today, we wanted to make sure with this potential threat could have been very serious in nature if we had not reacted. There was no threats today to any of the schools that we found. No, none of these individuals got near any of the schools. We intervened before anything could happen in any school, so no one was actually in threat of any of the schools today.